Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Ragnamod 6. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together and we made our ultimate seed and made ultimate ingots. Today we are going to work towards getting our crux. I'm hoping to get this done today. Um, Actually, it shouldn't be that bad. We need to make these ultimate netherite lattices, which we need ultimate netherite, and we need to just really get into the pressure chamber to be able to do that. So that is the hope, but we are going to go ahead and work through PneumaticCraft quest. There's a lot of stuff we need from PneumaticCraft. I do have a quest I need to complete. Igneous Extruder quest. That gives us another one. Don't need it right now, but I will show you it. So I've been setting up recipes for solar panels. We got to that point last episode where we were getting what we needed for the tier 1 solar panels, which was to make these guys right here. And I went ahead and made a bunch of recipes up to the point of the tier 5, I think it is, tier 6 ish. I don't remember which one it is. Anyways, before we get any further into that, we've got to automate extended crafting. We're not going to do that just yet. But I got recipes for all the netherite ingots, not the netherite ingots, but the ultimate, the upgraded netherite. We've got the golderite, which is basically it's just gold and netherite, blazerites, blaze and netherite, prismarine and netherite, enderites, enderpearls and netherite. Corruptite was the fun one to figure out. Dragon head and dragon's breath, which we can craft all this stuff. This is where the igneous extruder comes in. We need this blank skull for these, and to do those, we need bone blocks. I didn't do a recipe for bone blocks. I might need to look at that. But we need soul dust, and to get soul dust, we need smooth soulstone, which needs soulstone, which needs cobblestone, or make it through the igneous extruder, and that's what we have just right here. I've got this set up. There is a piece of soulstone underneath it. We got lava on one side and water on the other side, and it's just really just pumping out the back. No power needed. Lovely. That's what we've got going on. It's good to go. So, now, that's all I've done in between episodes. Just make patterns and make a bunch of patterns. Alright, so, but anyways, into today's quest. PneumaticCraft. We need to, how do I begin? We need to explode iron ingots or iron blocks with TNT. We've already done that because we have seeds. We've done all that stuff before. So I've got the seeds for that. They have been going. Matter of fact, we've got a bunch of compressed iron. I could probably change that out. We're good to go. So, main thing we need is pressure tubes. We're going to need a bunch of these. We might as well make a PneumaticCraft pressure. Everything is got pressure. We need pressure tubes. These guys right here. Beautiful. We can make these guys all day long. That, let's craft up stack. Probably need more than that, but there we go. Quest complete. We're good to go. Ready to go on about our business. Alright, so next up we need to make all the different parts. We've got the charging station. We've got air compressors. We've got vortex tubes. And then we get into the refinery stuff. I'm not worried about that just yet. Let's go ahead and look at the air compressor. We need reinforced bricks, which is reinforced stone, which is stone, and that's not what I wanted. I didn't want that. So let's do this. We should have a recipe for stone. We should have cobblestone. We've got quite a bit of cobblestone. So that guy, and then this guy, and then we're ready to go with this. We can start making what we need for the air compressor. Alright. So, our air compressor. First things first, we need a furnace. I don't need 64 of them. I don't know why I made 64 of them. PneumaticCraft, let's go ahead and make a stack of 64 of these. We're going to need more probably than that. So first up, we've got our air compressor. We're good to go. That gives us a second air compressor. Lovely. Next up is we need to make our pressure chamber. We need walls. We need glass. We need valves. We need interfaces. All well, good, and dandy. Let me get all this stuff made up. Alright, so now we got all that. That didn't... we made way too many walls. So we need it... The size of the cube can vary from 3x3 to 5x5. I find that usually a 3x3... or not 3x3, the 5x5, you're able to build up more pressure. A little bit easier and hold the pressure. 3x3 is not necessarily too bad. I've used it for most of my playthroughs. So let's get this guy built. So basically we want to just make a box. We need a spot to put our air in, which we'll put the air in right back. Well, this is where we'll put the valve. And then we can put our air compressors down here. We'll roll with 2 of them for now. That should be enough until we get into more of what we need. So we've got that. Our pressure chamber interfaces. This is going to be our input and outputs. So this is the in. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this one this way. So blue is the in. So this is the in and that one is the out. And then the rest of this, all we need to do is fill it up full of the glass. Now, it doesn't have to be glass. I just like to be able to see everything that's going on inside of it. That way I know whether or not something's working or something's not working. So there we go. There's that. And we can just throw... There we go. It has formed. For now, we'll throw this up here. That way we've got light to it. We now have our pressure chamber set up. So next up on our list, we've got to get into making the capacitors. And to do the capacitors, we need to start giving this thing some air. And to start giving this thing some air, we need to give these guys a bit of coal. So let us do that. Let's get that going, that going. These are going to wind up balancing each other out. So it doesn't matter if we have 1 or 2. If this guy puts out 2, and this guy puts out 2, this is going to wind up being just 2. If we can look, you can see our pressure is going up, but we need it a lot more than that. To do the capacitors, we need it between 1 and 5. To do our ingots, we need it to be 5. Now, we can make, and this is what we're fixing to do. We can get into the advanced air compressor. One of the things that I do not see is the other compressors that we can use. There's a flux compressor. It's used to convert RF into air. Compressor generates heat, which must be dissipated to avoid frequency loss. We can't do that just yet. We've got to get into all of that. But we do, well, I say we do. There was, advanced air compressor, advanced liquid compressor, which means there is a normal liquid compressor, which is what we want. So let's make one of these guys. Liquid compressor, we can give it... We just lost air. That's alright. So there we go, liquid air compressor. Let's get rid of this guy. Why is that not going inside of it? There we go. Alright, now, with this guy, we can give him liquid. We can give him ethylene, LPG, refined fuel, gasoline, kerosene, biodiesel, diesel. We can do biodiesel, and there's a bunch of stuff we can use. Now, we have had this stuff going on up top. Let's go get something. Alright, so we're going to go with gasoline. We've got 30,000 buckets worth of gasoline. So this should take care of most of what we should need for this. So that, is that going in? It is. This will start generating some pressure. We'll let that build up pressure, and we will get that going. Now, we've also got to get into the refinery, and to make the refinery, we need all the stuff we have made. And for the refinery, that's going to give us our diesel, our kerosene, gasoline, and LPG. LPG is what we need for our plastic. So, let me get this guy made up, and we will be back. Alright, so we've got our refinery set up. That gives us a bucket of crude oil. I want to see how well this is going to work. So this is doing what it needs to do. My one concern is the magma block underneath it. I don't know how well this is going to do what it needs to do. We're making everything that we need to out of it. We're getting our LPG. Let's go ahead and do this. I've got this connected up top and have changed it to where it's coming down here now. So our temperature is not enough for this, and that is where we are running into our issue. The magma block is not enough. We can add a vortex tube, but that is kind of a pain. Alright, so this is kind of a crude setup, but it does work and it does get the job done. One thing, you'll notice we're not getting a whole lot of oil right now, the crude oil, and that is because our reservoir is tapped out. We used every bit of it in making the pet coat. Alright, so, but yeah, we're not getting a whole lot, but it is keeping up with what we needed to keep up with. We're actually getting a bit of a backlog to it. So, but, alright, so like I said, this is not the most efficient setup that there is. It's keeping heat. We're more or less burning through a bunch of lava. I set up a pump inside of the nether, so we've got plenty of lava, and we're getting everything that we need in order to do what we need. So everything works. It's just not very efficient. So, but yeah, that's all of that. So we need this guy here, the thermo-pneumatic processing plant. This is what we use to process liquids into other liquids, basically to make liquid plastic is the main thing. And then we need a fluid mixer. It's used to mix two fluids together. Now, I don't know if there's really anything that we need for this. Biodiesel looks like to be the only one, and to make obsidian. So no real reason for that. We do need to complete some quests. LPG, that's not one. There was more. Oh, that's plastic. It's what we need. So that gives us another bucket of LPG. So next up on our list is to get our plastic bits going. So let's get this guy made. Why do I not have... Yeah. Compressed iron. That should be enough for what we need. So, this guy, another one of these. Those, and there is our processing plant. Beautiful. This guy can go, we'll put it up here, I think. I don't know, let's place it down. It does need air in order to work, but it doesn't take a whole lot of air for it to work. Alright, so we are ready to make our plastic. We've got our thermopneumatic processing plant. We got this thing filling up with LPG. I've got these fluid transfer nodes, or wireless transfer nodes. We have a data card set to this one, and it makes it so we can just do that. We do have to pipe items into and out of it, does look like. But we should be able to give this guy some power, give this guy some of that, and then it's just a matter of waiting for it to get... We do need a higher temperature. Let's grab us... I really don't want to have to go through and do this whole... That's not what I wanted. I really don't want to have to do this whole bucket thing again. Let's get us a block or two. And I do realize that that's probably going to wind up going away, but we are making 3 of the block spaces are air, but we are getting plastic, which is what we need, which is lovely. It hasn't burnt through the lava just yet, which is nice. We'll just keep an eye on it and we'll get what we need. But for now, we should be able to get us a bucket of plastic, which is what we needed. So that is done. That gives us XP. That gives us that. And next up, we might as well go ahead and make this fluid mixer. Alright, so we need to do our first bit of crafting inside of our pressure chamber. We're up to almost 3 millibars. So we need gold and we need redstone. And as you can see, it'll put the items in, but when it does, we slowly start losing a little bit of pressure. And that took everything back out. Oh no, it did craft 2 of them. That actually works a lot better, so it seems, than it used to. Now we can speed this process up. We blew something up. Oh, I forget about keeping an eye on all this stuff. Alright, so that blew up. We got to keep an eye on pressures, which is one of the things we need to look at making right quick, which is... So one of the things that I always make, and I forgot all about it, is this guy right here, security upgrade. We can make these and place them inside of everything, and it will keep everything from blowing up. So, let's get a few of these made. Alright, so I got security grade upgrades put into everything. This should keep this guy from blowing up. It will see that we only need so much air in here, and that is where it'll keep it. I did have to replace the lava that was here. We get quite a bit of plastic out of 1 bucket of lava, so we'll just leave it at that. But we do have our turbine blades ready to go. So we are ready to get this guy made. There we go. And like I said, we really have no use for him right now, so we're just going to put him up. So that is complete. I say we don't, but we need to actually make biodiesel. And that's ethanol and seed oil. We can use immersive ethanol. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. I'm not worried about that right this minute. Alright, so our next bit of business is we need to get our plastic sheets. And from the looks of it, to get the plastic sheets, we can make this heat frame. We can make this heat frame. It looks like we place it on top of a chest or a tank, which we should be able to do just to that. So let's make it. That does not go on there. And what happened to it? All burnt. Alright, so we're going to go this route here, which is placing the fluid and getting the plastic. Works pretty well. We can get us one of our ender chests. Any of them will work. Grab us a vacuum. Well, nope, that's not what we want. We want to make another vacuumulator. Actually, we can go upstairs and take the one that we've got up there. But for the time being, we have got the 64 we need for the quest, which is going to give us 64 more. But yeah, I still want to at least automate this. Alright, so we've got this thing mostly automated. So, the only thing that's not automated about this whole process is the lava here. We could do the same setup we've got here with the lava and just keep producing all the plastic in the world that we need. If something happens that we do need some more plastic, we will do that. So, but for now, that is kind of where we're at. Next up on our list is to get some capacitors made. We need to make capacitors, just one. And then we need to make transistors. Easy enough. Both of these are, let's do that. And let's go ahead and do that. So basically 2 gold nuggets. The other one needs 3 gold nuggets and redstone. So let's get this done. Alright, so that is complete. Soon as it pops in there, capacitor, transistor made, beautiful. That is done. We're going to need more of those. I need to get rid of some of this stuff out of my inventory. So I was looking, speed upgrades for PneumaticCraft. We can actually use the lubricant from Immersive Engineering, so it seemed. I thought I seen that. Maybe not. Yes, it just popped up. We can. So, let us get some of these guys made. So, update matrix. Well, that's different. That's pretty cool, but it's different. So, we need another thermonuclear processing plant. I don't guess we really need to do this. It's more or less trying to speed things along. Actually, no, let's do it. So we really actually set this up all for nothing because it can be made with just lapis instead of the security upgrades. Or not the security upgrades, but those. But we have it all set up. I'm going to go ahead and just break all this. There's no reason to have it now. I guess I should have looked at that to begin with. So, all we need now is to get our lubricant. This is actually pretty easy. We can just take our tank and click on that. Put it in here and boom, we've got 32 of them. That is awesome. Now we've got some speed upgrades to use. I wasn't aware it was going to be that easy. Usually the speed upgrades are a bit harder to make. We actually have to, I'm just in the mood. I have to actually get into the drone. But we don't have to do that, so that is great. We can do that. We can throw some speed upgrades. Usually about 4 of these is good. And I don't know, can we put some in here? No. So that's all good. We're ready to go on about our business. Alright, so our next bit of business is we need to make the Amatron tablet. Most of this stuff should be pretty easy for us to make. So we need this guy. There we go. That. There is our GPS tool. There is us a air canister, and there is that. Beautiful. Now we can take this. We need to make the charging station. This guy right here, we need bricks. And then I need some more of these. Beautiful, we're done. We can place this guy just like right here. We can give him a security upgrade. And then we can place our tablet in here and it will charge up. Now it's only going to charge up to what we have in here. That's speed upgrades, not security upgrades. So it'll charge up to about 4, almost 5 millibars. Alright, so we kind of got sidetracked a little bit from what we were doing, but we got to a point where we can do what I wanted to do to begin with, which was we want to get these ultimate netherite lattices made. Now, we're not going to get this set up yet. I've got to get a spot for setting up all these extended crafting tables and stuff like that for auto crafting. But we should now be able to craft up, I need 20 of these. So let's see if this is going to work. Well, I hit the wrong one. We needed 20 of these. So now we'll see if this works. I hit the ultimate right. So if everything goes the way it should, those should be going in there. Why are we not going in? Oh, it's just taking its dear sweet time. So but that should be doing its thing. Everything's in there. We're at not quite at the pressure we need to be. We need to be at 5. And that's what this one is going to go to, and that is it. Well, we got to get a bit farther. And we don't have time for that in this episode. So we're going to stop right here. We know where we're at. We know where we need to go. So that is what we're going to do. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!